everyone, Elif here, bringing you your reading, your monthly zodiac reading for the Cancerians, the collective that will be guided to my page. For those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. And if you are back and you've watched some of my videos before, welcome back too. So I am going to be focusing on Cancer, the sign of Cancer, in this reading. Okay. And just a short introduction, I am a no tools medium, so I channel a lot of my message and I use the tarot to just confirm and to add a little bit of fun to the reading. Okay, but most of it is channeled. I channel the energy and I receive messages and impressions, so everything that I say in your reading is part of your message. Okay. And so even when it seems as though I'm telling a little story related to me or sharing an opinion, I am not. I don't have a judgment. I don't have judgment, bias, or a personal opinion when it comes to your story. I am an open channel, an open medium to share with you the messages that are coming through. Okay, so before I even start, I just want to let you know that I have already blessed and shuffled. The space and the area has been blessed. There is a sacred circle around us, and if you are watching this video, you have entered that sacred space. Allow yourself to take a few deep breaths, settle into your intuition, ask your guides and your keepers to guide you through this message and to help you to hear and to see what it is that you are meant to receive from this message. Okay, trust your intuition. You will know if it is your story or not. I am very, very transparent and direct, and I try and paint as clear a picture as I possibly can, so you will know if it is your message and if it is not. Keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not fit, it may not be your story. Don't try and make it fit if you discover that it isn't. Also, the roles can be reversed. I am channeling for relationship, but other things could come through for you. So you need to trust your intuition and you need to keep an open mind where that is concerned. Okay, so for my Cancerians, many of you who are going to be led to watch this reading for the month of May, Spirit wants me to share with you that the basis of where many of you are at this moment in time is you've had to walk away. You've had to accept, after wrestling with it for a long period of time, that what you thought was your ideal partner, what you thought you had in a relationship was not actually true. All the hopes and dreams, all of the aspirations, everything that you saw, a lot of what you saw in a situation was a delusion. You've had to come to realize that recently, and you've had to walk away. So you are still at a very vulnerable space regarding this. That is for many of you. It won't be for all of you, but for many, many of you, this will be the basis of where you are at right now. Okay. Yes, there we go. Confirmation. You've had to walk away from a very burdensome situation. You've been in your head about it for a long time. You've thought about the various things and ways and to fix it. Can you fix it? Do you want to fix it? What have you been missing? Have you been imagining yourself? Why have things turned out this way? You thought this and you found that. And after a lot of mental wrestling and eventually coming to a point of absolutely just being exhausted and feeling helpless in the situation, you've had to accept it for what it is. You've had to accept it for what it's shown you to be. And you didn't initially want to. So this has taken a lot out of you, and this has left you feeling very raw. But you've recently hit rock bottom when it's come to relationship, your perception and your perspective about relationship, how you choose to see people, how you choose to show up in situations, perhaps dishonoring yourself to try and make things fit, and not trusting your intuition, or trying to force things, or trying to see things that are not there. And it's obviously left you feeling you just gave up. and it's left you feeling vulnerable and confused about what you believe your truth to be and whether or not you can trust yourself when it comes to this kind of thing. There was something that had happened, a tower moment. There were a few smaller ones and there was a major one, a huge blowout, and this forced you to really address and to accept that it is not what you thought it was. It was not healthy, and it was very ego-based, and those constructs were completely blown out of the water, and what you were left with was the truth. You believed that this person was your soulmate. You did. You believed they were your soulmate. It's possible that the two of you have gone back and forth in relationship where you came together, you'd separate because of differences, and then you'd come back together, and you really thought that eventually it'll work. You were adamant about making this work. But what we sometimes need to accept is, and to realize, is that not all soulmates are supposed to share their lives with us. Some of them are more karmic soulmates, and they come to help us to connect with certain truths and to remember certain things about ourselves. They're not all, they don't all come along to be in union and for romance and for love. Some of them really just come to challenge us and make us re-look at ourselves and our lives in terms of relationship. And I believe that is what this has done for you. You thought that this time was going to be different, and it did seem different for a while. There was a lot of good times that you shared, but it's very possible that there was another person. There was an outside influence that had some sort of impact on what had happened here. Those concepts, philosophies about relationships, which are really just tied into belief patterns around what it should look like and how it should be. You were very set in your ways with how you played this game of the relationship, the relationship game. And what's happened now is that even though you were stubborn in accepting it, you've had to let go. A lot of those have been destroyed for you, and now you're in a place where you are wanting to establish a new philosophy and personal identity around relationship. So you really pondering upon this thing known as self-love. What is it that is actually divinely ordained and what is not? And is there something like fate or destiny, or do we create it? And if we create it, then what is the secret when it comes to creating? When do you know how much you need to hold on and how much you need to let go? Those are the kinds of questions that you are asking. And you are really pondering upon a lot of your philosophy around relationships. You put a lot of time and effort into building this empire of yours and constructing your life in the way that you believe it's supposed to look. And you want it all. You believe you should have it all, and you are right, you should have it all. But there is, as I've mentioned before, an element of closing your eyes to all of the information and only focusing on what you want to, because you believe that's going to serve you in having things the way you want, on your terms. There's a stubbornness about it, and in order to be aligned and in the flow with things such as love and with goodness, you need to be in that energy. So having the energy of wanting to be ignorant, it's normally because of fear. So I need to see only what I can cope with and what I can deal with, because I don't have the capacity to address the other things. I'm too afraid that I won't know what to do with it, or that it'll just take me to a place that I don't want to go to, so there's no trust within your ability to accept what is real and then to move through that. And also possibly because you don't know how. What we do end up doing when we approach a situation from a place of fear is we naturally try and manipulate things, because we believe we know the best way, and so we want to try and direct things, people's behavior, how people see things in a particular way for that outcome. And whatever our intention may be, and we can tell ourselves it's a great intention, manipulation is never something that serves us in love, This person that you've had to walk away from is how this separation has served this person is by allowing them to step into their karma, allowing for them to have an opportunity to readjust their karma, because they've not been the best version of themselves in relationship, and there's a lot of karma that they need to readjust, and they have the opportunity to do that. And a Tao is always the best way to help us to realize that, because when we're too stuck in ego, then there's a lot that we can't see and acknowledge. You are hoping that you are going to have the strength to be able to master what it is you need to master moving forward, so that you can move towards the kind of love that you really desire and deserve. And perhaps it's a good time to start giving a little bit of your energy towards projects that you've neglected because you were so preoccupied with this relationship and with what was going on here. Because I see a new energy coming into your life, and a new opportunity at something really tangible. A nice energy coming into your space, someone that's going to be able to help you bring an idea, a project, a goal to life. It would be nice if you can start aligning yourself with that, so that when this energy comes in, you are able to make the most of it. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. You did work really hard on this connection, and you don't understand why, after all the effort you made, you still had the outcome that you did. You worked hard on the connection, and you made a lot of effort for things to turn out the way you want, but that is the point. You neglected a lot of your own boundaries. A lot of you settled in many ways to keep trying to make this work. And your relationship with yourself, you poured so much into this situation with this person that you were neglecting what you were supposed to be doing for you on a daily basis, and what you were supposed to be doing in terms of the energy you want to bring to the world, and your purpose and so forth. So it was not a healthy dynamic. And It's very, very possible that there was a third party here. And you were hoping that they would make the right decision. But what you perceived to be the right decision was not the right one. The right one was for this to come to a close, so that you can focus on what it is that you need to focus on, and so you can recoup your energy. And so you can, because if you ask yourself, do I want the kind of relationship that I'm constantly going to have to be holding on to? Or do I want something that gives me the space to be me, where I'm not constantly having to keep pouring in, hoping that I'm going to finally be seen worthy? Do I want a situation where it's never enough? Is that what I want for my life? And you're going to say no. And that is why this has had to happen, so that you can be set free. You thought this was your soulmate, but you wasted so much of your love and your time and your energy, and you know that now, and it's a difficult realization to come to. But there is nothing that we cannot restore. There's nothing that we cannot restore. You can refill your cups. You can that space within you that feels void and empty. You can fill it. You don't need somebody else to fill it. If you put half the amount of effort into yourself that you put into this person, you will be amazed at what it is that you're able to achieve. Yeah. That feeling of, am I ever going to be enough? Am I good enough? Comparing yourself to somebody else. I mean, nobody should have to do that. Nobody should have to compare themselves to somebody else because they feel like they're an option, or like they've got to wait for the space in somebody's life to become available so that they can be seen worthy to occupy it. Yeah. Yeah, this person could very well have been very open and free with their energy. Not really making you a priority the way that they should. Not really making you stand out from the rest or giving you more value. There's a lot of passion here, and I can see why it was difficult for you to just cut this off, you know. This person excited you. You'd have these terrible lows with them, and then you'd have these amazing highs with them, and, you know, it's not always easy to walk away from that kind of thing. But you're ready for new. You are. You're ready for something new. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me about this person's karmic cycle that they are. Yeah. This person is in a place where they have the opportunity to close their cycles, and yeah, they were juggling too many cups. They were not clear on where the value was. They saw a bit of value in everything, and they tried to hold on to everything. And when anything and everything is important to you, then nothing is particularly special. Nothing and no one is particularly special. That is this person's energy. And that speaks into their self-worth and their issues, you know. But someone else is never going to be able to love you enough to break you out of your own issues and out of your own cycles. You are the only person that can do that. It's about self-love. It's about loving yourself first. It's about wanting to be better. It's about believing you deserve to be loved. The beautiful thing about what's happened here is that it has helped you to finally surrender and to embark on a new journey. And hopefully you can make the most of this from an intuitive and spiritual perspective. Get to know yourself in a new way and empower yourself so you can welcome into your life what it is that you want. What you would like and what you need is to just have rest and restoration and not to have to think about too much. And you need to give yourself space to do that. You need to create that balance. But it'll also help you if you have a good balance of rest and restoration and not overthinking anything, but at the same time creating space to develop your relationship with yourself. Because a new, fresh energy is coming into your life, and it'll be nice if you are ready and open when that does happen. If you are able to do that, then you will find yourself in the place where you have a deep sense of fulfillment and a clarity on what it is you want, how it is going to look, how you're going to feel within that, and knowing and an understanding that that is what you deserve and nothing else, and you will be able to draw that into your life. I don't see someone coming into your life until you have allowed yourself the opportunity to fill those spaces within yourself that feel empty. It is an inside job. There will be a new energy coming into your life, possibility for doing new things, working together, working on projects together, nice fresh energy, but you guys will be friends, and this will be this is a really, really nice energy coming in. So it'll be great if you can develop a friendship, and when the time is right, that it develops into something more, because this is a great guy coming into your space. But he's not coming into the space with that energy. It's not going to be the kind of thing where it's instant romance. It's going to be solid. It's going to be a friendship, because Spirit wants to allow you the time to do your work. Spirit wants to allow you the space that you come to being in this relationship for such a long time, and being faced with so much of what you don't really want, and getting so clear on, oh my goodness, I absolutely don't want that again, because it didn't matter what I did, it just didn't work. At the same time, the more clear you become about what it is you don't want, the more you are able to get clear on what you do. And if you are able to take seriously the fact that you have work here, that there are certain things that you were affected in certain ways because of the decisions you've made in relationships in the past, and that there are reasons why you made those decisions, and giving yourself the space to work through that and to evolve, to grow from that place, is really, really going to allow you to draw your soulmate into your life. But that it's entirely up to you and what you decide to do. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so Cancer, this has been your reading. If you are hoping that this person comes back to you, Spirit is advising that you allow yourself to close that door. This person where you need to go in terms of energy, and where this person is very different, and you can't keep trying to make something fit that doesn't fit. It's, you know, it served a purpose, it's brought you to this place, but you're at a place now where spirit advises you to choose yourself and to put yourself first. It's difficult because when you invest so much time and energy into somebody, and it seems as though it's so easy for them to walk away, which is what you are facing now, many of you, you don't see the blessing in that moment because it hurts. You know, the fear that you are not enough is sort of highlighted with that sort of behavior. But my advice to you is, don't allow somebody that is of a low vibration, somebody that has low standards, somebody that doesn't even know how to take care of themselves, somebody that isn't the best judge of behavior or character, to judge you. You know, don't measure your worth according to people who have no sense of what worth really is or value is. That is my advice to you. So, Cancer, if you found that this is your message and that it resonates, I want you to just keep in mind that often when it seems as though the light goes out, that it just gives us an opportunity for our eyes to adjust to what we consider to be the darkness, and to start to see what's actually around, and not so much focus on one thing. There's always a silver lining. There's always everything happening in life. Everything happening to you is actually happening for you, and it is to serve your greater good. Give yourself the opportunity to take advice from Spirit. You will not regret it. This is your time. Please comment if this message did resonate with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the message and you'd like to see more of my readings. Thank you so much for allowing me to channel your energy. And if you would like to take a more personal look into your situation and to get guidance, personal guidance, if you feel drawn to do that, you're welcome to email me. My email is in the description box below, and I do personal readings, and I do spiritual life coaching as well, to help to take people through various process. So you are welcome to contact me with regards to that. Otherwise, I wish you well. I believe that this message has served your highest good, your greatest good, and I will see you next time. Love and light.